this is Marta 13, and I'm going to do a game review for Budget Sniper Shooter. That's not the name of the game. That'd be a really crappy name if it was. And I am one of the I'm probably the only game reviewer that risks his life during a review by riding around in Asian traffic. In Asia, in traffic. Asian traffic sounds racist. Asia in traffic. Traffic in Asia. Anyways, the game is called Sniper Elite. And I got it through Steam. I'll put links in the video description if you want to get it through Steam yourself. And the game only costs $10. And am I going the wrong way down a one-way? Yeah, pretty sure I am. Yep. And the game only costs $10. And yeah, and that's, I think for the near future, that's all I'm going to be reviewing is budget games, because that's about all I can afford. And generally, okay. My theory, which is this, that belongs to me, is the dinosaur is thin at one end, thick in the middle, and thin at the other. That is my theory, which belongs to me. Yeah, Sniper Elite. It's a first-person. Actually, it's a third-person shooter, but the shooting is all done in first person. If you can figure that out. When you're walking around, it's third-person, over-the-shoulder type of view, because there's a lot of like crawling and lying down and hiding behind objects. So it gives you a third-person view, so you can more kind of fully see how well camouflaged you are. And but when you shoot, you're almost always shooting in a sniped. You're almost always sniping, and for sniping, it goes to a first-person view. Yeah, and the game is very cool, and every person. It's a red light, right? You colorblind? Where the hell am I? Not a clue. Oh, yeah, okay. So, yeah, the game is... what was I saying? I gotta suck at this whole game review thing if you haven't figured it out by now. Yeah, so, what's really cool about the game, and that sets it apart from other games, is number one, it's not like shoot, kill 100 people. Generally in a mission, well, in the first few missions, you kill like 3-4 people in a mission. That's it. It's mostly about stealth work. But if that sounds boring to you, don't worry about it, because just a few missions into the game, you get areas where there's like very large amounts of soldiers, and you have a choice. You can either be all stealthy, or you can just take them all on. And if you take them all on, it's just hilarious, because you just got like, generally like they're further away, and you like lying down with your sniper rifle out, and then you get all these guys like running across a field to take you out, and you're like sniping them, you know, just snipe as they're running, and it's all like headshots. And the cool thing about the headshots in the game is every time you pull off a headshot, the camera... Oh, this road is new. This road didn't used to exist. How interesting is that? All new houses. These are what condos look like in Taiwan. Generally, in the garage door there, it looks like a garage door, but it's not really a garage, because there's no driveway. What it is you set up a store there, like this guy here. You set up a store on the bottom floor, and then above that is where you live. So in general, you can buy a store and a home in one in Taiwan, because most houses are like that. The first floor, if you want to, you can use it as a storefront, and then above that would be your home, which is very cool, I think. So, yeah, every time you pull off a headshot, the camera tracks the bullet in slow motion. And trust me, this does not get old. You know, like you think, okay, every time? Yes, every time. Well, I'd get bored of that after the first, you know, few dozen times. No, you don't, because it's just so cool every time. Especially like when you're sniping through multiple obstacles. Like, what do I mean? Like you got like a, I don't know, like you got like a wall with a hole in it, and then on the other side of that wall you have like a building, and then and then on the other side of that building you have a guy who's like sniping at you, who's shooting at you, and you snipe him, and he follows the bullet, and the bullet goes through the hole in the wall, then through a building, and then hits some guy. It's kind of like that movie, Wanted. Have you seen that movie with Angelina Jolie and some they can like swing a gun and bend a bullet through the air and all that? If you've watched that movie, the movie begins with like a super long sniper shot, and then they actually do it in reverse. They like follow the bullet back across miles to where it originated, and they do it again later on in the movie. So it's you know, and it's similar to that, and it's just cool. Especially because there's no guarantee you're going to pull off a headshot even when you're trying for a headshot. Like even if you've got it lined up perfect, you know, you got the sights right on the guy's head. You push, you click the mouse. Does that mean you're going to get to see one of these cool slow motion things? No. Only if you pull it off. And the chances of pulling it off aren't as easy as you think, because the game has some good realism factors. It takes into account wind and gravity. So if you've got a wind moving to the left, you got to shoot to the right of the guy. And if he's really far away, you got to aim above him. So to shoot a guy in the face, you sometimes got to aim 2 feet above him and 2-3 feet to the right, which is insane. You know, you're trying to line the sights up to shoot some guy in the face, and you got to you have to try to kind of judge by the distance how far away he is. And there's no, you know, this is World War II, so there's no you don't got any super goggles that target him and tell you exactly how many meters away from you he is. It's all guesswork. Okay, I'm totally lost at this point. Physically, not mentally, but then even maybe a little. Yeah, so the game is, and you know, like this game when it first came out was, I'm pretty sure, like a $40, $50 game, but because it came out a few years ago, it's $10 now. $10 for a kick-ass, unique shooter. Like I said, if running around, shooting, killing 200 people is your thing, then you might not like it. But even then, you might, because if you like any shooter, it's a refreshing change. It's unique, you know, and that's cool. And yeah, that's about it. Graphics are good. They're not great. The tracking the bullet rules. The stealth thing is cool. You can sneak up with a guy, and you don't always sniper. Check this out. There's they take other factors into account for sniping, not just wind and height. Like you can stealth snipe a guy, and you think to yourself, okay, well if you're shooting a guy from a far distance, it's automatically a stealth shot. And yeah, to some degree, if you shoot someone who's really far away, they'll look for you and they might not know where you are. But if you do a couple of more shots, they'll triangulate and figure out where you are. But this is another cool factor. You can listen to the sound effects of the game, and maybe a couple of miles away they're doing some bombing. I was gonna say bombarding, and then I was trying to decide between that and another word. What's that guy? He's FBI. Okay. So anyways, yeah. So you'll hear some kind of bombing in the distance, and if you time your snipe with the bombs, then it becomes no one hears your shot. So some guy just dies and no one knows where, because at the same time you shoot, there was a bomb going off a couple of miles away, and it kind of drowns out the sound. So you have to listen for armament drops and try to time your snipes with them to snipe shoot, and then you get bonuses, which is cool. You get scored on each snipe on difficulty. So every time you snipe, it kind of gives you a little score. It's like distance, 150 meters plus. It was a stealth shot, plus target was moving. So you get these three factors together, and this is the kind of score you get for that kind of shot. That's cool, man. So every single shot becomes a challenge, and you're judged on it. Sometimes there'll be a guy who's standing still and he's far away, and I'll just kind of keep him in my scope and wait for him to start walking, because then I get extra points because it becomes a moving target. So that's, you know, it makes each and every kill interesting, and then that's cool. So anyways, links are in the video description, and check it out if you've got the time and if you've got the money. How much are these cars? Okay, there's a Suzuki Vitara V6, so you get added taxes, and it's what is that? 130,000 NT, so that's $4,000 American. And this one is 58,000 NT, so that's about $2,000 American for a Opel Corsa, 1.4 liter. 58,000, that's insane, you know. I bought my car for, my wife and I bought our car for 10 times this cost, and she crashed it the first week, and the repairs on her crash were the cost of this car. So we could have bought 11 of these cars for the price of our car, which just, you know. Yeah, that was my wife's idea, man. I told her, let's get secondhand, let's get secondhand. And she's like, no, I don't want to drive some ugly car as my first car. I want my car to be pretty. I want a pretty car.